Hello everybody, it's Lazel here with another Magic the Gathering Arena video. Today we are playing the Naughty Djinn deck. It's a deck that is completely built around the Haughty Djinn card. His power is equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard, and when he's on the battlefield you have a static ability that says instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 generic less to cast. Very powerful. And the other creature in the deck is the Tolarian Terror. It's a 7 mana serpent creature with 5/5 as stats and Ward 2. But this creature costs 1 less to cast for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. So what is this deck trying to do? We are trying to fill up our graveyard with cards like Consider, Curate, Thirst for Discovery, Flow of Knowledge. All of these cards are there to help us draw into our win cons, the Haughty Djinn or the Tolarian Terror, and then we will, on the way, we will try to keep the board in control with a lot of different counterspells. It is super annoying to play against this deck. And our nemesis is the Graveyard Trespasser, the creature that you can find in all current mono black decks. And we definitely need to make sure that we counter this creature, for example, with Make Disappear, Essence Scatter, Syncopate. There are different counterspells in here. Also, a card that really helps out in the deck is Slip Out the Back, because we sometimes face the scenario that we have one of our powerful creatures on the field. We don't play many creatures, but those that we play are impactful, so we need to protect them. And when we don't have a counterspell available and our opponent goes for Slip Out the Back, we can still phase out our win cons. It is a bit sad because our opponent still gets to deal 2 additional damage and draw a card, but if we don't have the resources available, we will try to go for it. And yeah, overall I would say let's jump into some games. Alright. We're on the play. Consider, Fading Hope, a few counterspells. Perfect. This is how this deck wants to start. Let's see how things go. Okay, we are facing black with an Evolved Sleeper. I'm fine letting the Evolved Sleeper resolve. First for Discovery, good card for our later card draw, so I'll take it. I'm fine letting the Evolved Sleeper resolve, because I hope that our opponent is about to sink some mana into it, and then we will just Fading Hope it to efficiently make them lose more mana. Didn't play a land, so if they go for the pump, okay. They didn't play another land, play another Evolved Sleeper. I'm also fine letting this one resolve. Do I want to Fading Hope one of the current ones? I think I do. Yeah, and let's see what we have on top. Another Consider. We need to make sure that we hit our land drops, so I think I'll put this on the bottom. Yeah, that was a misplay of mine. I should have done the Fading Hope in their end step. Now I gave them the replay for free. That was my mistake. Alright, if no Graveyard Trespasser comes down, we can First for Discovery here. We will take the damage. Okay, we can first draw 3. Only 1 land. The longer the game goes, the worse cards like Syncopate become. And I think I can pitch also another Negate. There's a Terror. Okay. I'll bring down the Terror here. They level up the Sleeper, makes sense. There is Sheoldred, okay. Let's counter. Our opponent doesn't attack. We have another Horde Djinn. Perfect backup. This is the creature that we want to protect now. And he is already a 6/4. Can phase him out anytime or we can negate. So now we are in the range of Invoke Despair. There it is. And we will just negate it. Yeah, but I do have to say the Fading Hope was a huge misplay of mine. Alright, we are on the play. Consider Fading Hope, Essence Scatter, and first for card draw. Perfect. Let's see who we are up against. Red, okay. Do we want another island? Yeah, we do. Okay. Our opponent is incentivized to play creature. Swift Spear. We could counter it, but I also... We can Fading Hope. The Kumano is about to switch next turn. I think there are better things that we can target, and I want to use the Fading Hope to at least get some profit out of it. Alright. Here we can... Yeah, I think we can let this one also resolve. Fading Hope, the one with the token. Or with the counter on it. I don't think that I need the Make Disappear right now. As the opponent's deck is very cheap and can easily handle what we are bringing to the board, or they can easily pay for the Make Disappear the longer the game goes. This is definitely a creature that I want to counter. And as our opponent is tapped out, we'll apply it like this. We're taking 4. Another first. That's not good. We need to bring the Horde Djinn down simply to have a body on board. There's an infantry, okay. I'm fine countering this one. Our opponent needs to have a lightning strike on attack now to kill the Horde Djinn, so I'm fine taking the damage here. Lightning strike to the face, okay. So if we would have blocked, they would have killed our Djinn. Okay, we will first for discovery first. We can pitch an island. We can play one island. We can first again. There are some counter spells that helps. But we are definitely close to dead here. I think I should have countered earlier. Okay, our opponent stays back. That gives us a window to refill some resources here. Although they are probably just stocking up in some counter spells. There's another Swift Spear. I think I want to make them pay more mana for what they want to do. If they have one instant or sorcery in their hand, we are dead here. Okay, they don't do anything. We keep drawing islands. Alright, they drew an instant or sorcery. Rending Flame. We will counter it. We will phase out one of their Swift Spears. And then we will take 4. Yeah. An island doesn't help. I should have countered the Swift Spears earlier. So gotta keep that in mind against mono red. Counter what you can counter. Fading Hope, 2 terrors, no card draw. Very risky hand. I do like being on the play and having a Syncopate in hand. But I think we have to mulligan here. This looks way better. Ditching an island. Simic, okay. Ledger Shredder. So I will use the Essence Scatter here. Absolutely worth countering. Let's see if they have a counter spell here. They don't. We didn't draw a land. And I need to hit those land drops, so slip up the back and Fading Hope. Syncopate. Okay, we can keep up the Consider. Let's see if they have an end of turn play. They don't. 4 mana, another Ledger Shredder. Let's consider. Djinn, we want that in our hand. And then we let it resolve. And I think we give them 1 Connive. Combat Research. I think now it's a good time to try to Fading Hope it. They will Connive because we cast our second spell. Ledger Shredder is such a dumb card. Do they have... Okay, safekeeping. But we can counter the safekeeping. Fading Hope will resolve. We scry. Make Disappear isn't really good here because we will play our Djinn. And we would be able to cast it. But our opponent is stacking up mana and is playing around the Ledger Shredder. Gotta hope that our Djinn sticks around. Playing Shore Up might be a thing to consider in this deck. Ivy, okay, now I see what you're doing. Well, we have the opening. We use it. Another Syncopate, we will first main phase. Okay, we found a land. I'm fine pitching the land here because we have the discount. It's attack for 9. Our opponent takes it. And now we need to work with the counter spells that we have. So I am happy to see if our opponent misses another land drop. Ledger Shredder. I'll try. If our opponent pays an additional 2, we will syncopate it, and our opponent will be out of mana. So we can. So our opponent would be forced to jump block the Storm Chaser Drake. Okay, this sadly resolves. Opponent gets to draw another card. Okay. They will try to Fading Hope here. But we can syncopate that. Good game. Okay, this looks like a pretty good opening hand. We are on the draw. Planes. Okay. We'll be facing soldiers. Curate, pretty good draw. The Thalia would be devastating. Okay. Our frontliner. I'm fine using... Oh no, I will wait until the end of turn. I can take the 1 here. Let's see what we find on top. Hopefully another island. A terror. I guess. Terror is good because if they run Brutal Kafar, it's also scary. Siege Veteran. Fine to counter this one. Stacking up that discount. Found an island, perfect. And next turn we will, or end of their turn, we will curate and consider fill up our graveyard massively, hopefully. I think in this scenario I want to curate and then consider. To first get some deeper insight. This one resolves. If we see a Thalia, we need to react on cast. Okay, there can be resolute reinforcements. I think I can put the Fading Hope in the bin. We draw a land here. Then we consider. And we draw another land. Sure, why not? Found another terror. We can double terror here. If our opponent plays a land drop next turn, they cannot pay for the ward cost anyways. Brutal Kafar, yeah. 2 5/5s, perfect. Yeah, they cannot pay the 2. Alright, then we will deploy the Djinn and attack for 10. I should have attacked first. Opponent takes the 10. If they have another Brutal Kafal, they can go for the Djinn here. Or we have lay down arms, so I will use Djinn as long as he's around. Okay, we need to pitch 2 cards. I think Make Disappear and Curate can go, as the flow of knowledge will let us draw a lot of cards. I could also pitch the Djinn, simply because I have 2 5/5s on the board. I think that's better, and having a counterspell with the current situation of our opponent might help. Yeah, I think this is better. We gain 3 life. And there's a Guardian of Benalia. Okay, now I regret pitching the Djinn because our opponent will just make it indestructible and keep blocking all the time. Though they need to discard for that, and they can always just block 1 Tolarian Terror. Now we are taking quite a hit here. Take 6. Okay. Another island. deck for lethal. They are forced to block here. Alright, let's go to damage. They don't discard a card. Interesting. Yeah, perfect. This is what I was hoping for. Good thing I kept the Make Disappear. This card gets exponentially worse the more land drops your opponents hit, but this was just the perfect ending. Alright everybody, so these were a few games of my Naughty Djinn deck. I do have to say, what I learned in these games is, especially against mono red, you really have a tough time when you are either on the play or on the draw, and if you can counter something, especially creatures, counter them. Don't count on simply working with your Fading Hope and maybe countering the creatures later on. Doesn't work that well, so if you see them on cast, counter them when you see them. Overall, I had a lot of fun and I hope you enjoyed these games, and then I would say see you in the next video. Goodbye guys.